Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. New build on the bench. This one, we went performance. I feel like 24th scale's at a stage now where I don't find too much in the 10th scale that's an advantage. They don't have too many fundamentals that make it an easier time. All the tricks up their sleeve they had at 10th scale, I think we've finally got them. That's what I'm saying. And that's what this build is all about. I wanted to maximize everything that's available as far as performance, whether it be dimensions, the wheelbase, link setup, link geometry, the electronics, and the axles. Everything I wanted to maximize with what's available out there as far as good parts providers can tell, as far as the comp scene has been able to offer, to maximize it all in one build. And it starts, for me anyway, I've got to start with a wheelbase. I do like it when companies match things up, when a body matches a chassis and a link set. And we've got RC Steve, CL Designs, and VTech have all come together, put a good package together. Everything fits, as far as I can tell, like a glove. The fundamentals of this build are flat rear. I think that the chassis I've chosen, this Gladius from CL Designs, the 165mm wheelbase, well, that's the intention of it. With its dual transmission, its bearing carrier there in the center. Those are some of the fundamentals now of a top performer. And if you couple that with purposely built, look at the direction on these things, these links from RC Steve. Beautiful. Yes, please. So full brass up the front, alloy at the rear. I'm going heavily for a forward weight bias. I want the shortest possible front, real stubby front on it. Super high angle skid, so the breakover is, here's my chassis sitting flat. Look at the ass of this thing. Brilliant. There's nothing there to obstruct it. I am going to use a rear body hinge plastic to complement the Hardpark Unicorn plastic mount. Just, again, I don't want magnets up high. I don't want anything up high that I don't have to, that's heavy. It's already going to run a hard body. That's the only drawback for this build. None of this, okay? None of this stuff. None of these comp frames. I'm going to try and pack all the performance of that and or that into that. So we're stuck with a full length body for a 165 wheelbase. Why 165 wheelbase? I kind of feel like if Gladiator's large at 155, C10 and Deadbolt around 135, they're small. In the middle, you've got your C-bolts. That's the 145 range. So, like if you shorten up the rear on a Deadbolt, or you shorten up the front on a C10, you end up at 125. I'd call that extra small. So small, medium, large going up to Gladiator, I guess 165. That's got to put it at the extra large, right? So we're going extra large, maximize everything. Extra large, 63mm tires. Probably not going to stick with these. Something doesn't, I don't know, sometimes you stack a tire next to a body and you can just see that it lines up. It looks good, but I don't think this square thing looks too great. I've got a thing for rounded tires at the moment. So I might go for a 63mm set of megalithics maybe on these gorgeous shift rims with the Hex Girl beadlock. Oops. Love the little details like the writing on the inside there. Beautiful. So we've got Mofo portals on a stock axle, stock steering links. I'm going to go for 349 rear servo with, it's got the options to mount the links higher. It's link riser on the back of the servo mount. Yeah, the RC Steve links. These are 100mm links. I know Gladiator sounds long. Was it Gladiator 78? near enough to 80. These are over 20 millimeters longer. Hang on, I'm just getting the... Oh, here we go. Let's use that thing. Look at this. You guys see that? It's damn near 100 millimeters. Look at this. And that's because the front lowers are deadbolts. They're only 40. So we're shorter than a Gladiator at the front by, what are we, by 10 millimeters. Gladiator fronts are 50s. But Gladiator rears are 78s and we're rocking 100. Yeah, boy. Tiny boat sliders, nothing to get in the way of anything. This dual transmission is going to give me a lockout front and rear, ultimate and unlimited amounts of overdrive, underdrive. Got me 3 flow 9 spacers for me LGRP brass axle housing. That's going to get a servo mount, which normally has a bit of play. That'll help me there. A mixture of brass hexes. I just want a slight stagger at the front, slightly wider. Yeah, the deluxe knuckles. We've got the U-joint axles. Where are they? Under there. U-joint axles. A set of rock lights. A Tiny Terrains brass suspension limiter. A limiting strap holder. A Mofo servo beast. Reef's horn. Selection of bearings. I'm going to use some brass ones if I can, if I want some extra weight. Some more 1.4 brass washers, a selection of other washers, my pins, bits and pieces, and lots more to go. Lots of little cool things to go. A selection of, what do we got? A stock worm gear, 10% and a 33% underdrive. So I'll mix them around, but I wouldn't mind just using the stock up front because again, it comes with the brass ring gear and that's just a little bit more weight up front there. One last thing I want to show you guys, when you have things that just line up, I'll just try and get my tablet to stand up. Will that hold? Maybe. Okay. It just melts into it. It's like... Oh, I have to show you holding this. I have to get rid of that. Okay. You see that chassis? I'll just try and get level. You watch it just melt into the body. Gone. See how that fits? Gone burgers, that whole chassis. And I'm thinking of leaving the back off. That looks cool. There is an interior, there are bits and pieces for it, but it's all a bit of a compromise. Performance first. Remember, short ass front, long ass rear. Make sure it can take a bearing carrier, something jazzy with the transmission, a deluxe fab transmission, hard part transmission. Your chassis should cater for those aftermarket transmissions. The aftermarket electronics are booming. You're not going to have a problem there. Brass up front for weight, but keep it low down. Stock at the rear, stock axles and stuff, that's fine. No one's going to care. Happy building. A few more parts to come in. It'll be a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and I'll be able to give you an update on this rig. Wait to see the paint scheme. It'll be wild. Cheer.